For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live. Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about Mars in first house. What kind of results we can see if Mars is in the first house in anybody's chart, and we will see two conditions here. First, if Mars is well placed, making good yogas in the first house, then what kind of results we can see. And second, if it is weak and afflicted and making doshas in the chart, then what kind of results Mars can give. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is shown in the description. So we are going to talk about Mars in first house today. Now we'll take two cases here. First, if Mars is well placed, good and strong, then what kind of results we can see. We are going to take this case first. So if Mars is well placed, by well placed I mean that it is sitting in its own signs or in exaltation sign, or it is in friendly signs, and the zodiac sign in which it is sitting, the lord of that sign, means the ascendant lord is well placed. It's making good yogas, it has power. So Mars will be considered suitable in the ascendant, and it will have capability to give a lot of favorable results in life depending upon its other yogas. Now if Mars is the lord of Kendra or Trikona houses, or it is making strong Raj yogas or Dhan yogas in the chart, means it is in association with Kendra or Trikona lords or second or 11th house lords of them, so it becomes more what you can say strong in position, and it has capability to give a lot of suitable results in life. Now for this you also need to check the placement of moon. Moon also plays a very vital role in deciding the mindset of the person. So if Mars is in the ascendant, and as I mentioned, in which case it will be considered good and strong. So if Mars is well placed, then there are certain kind of traits it can bring in the nature of the person. So it can make person quite ambitious, and you need to see Sun also, because Sun and Mars both are fiery planets, and Sun is the source of fire. So if you have to see Mars, always look at the Sun as well. So Mars in the first house, well placed, it makes person ambitious, independent, competitive, and it gives tremendous willpower, dedication, seriousness, relentlessness, stubbornness. Person does not give up no matter what, no matter how hard the situations become. Mars provides that capability to fight. It gives you the toughness, mental as well as physical, to overcome any kind of struggles in life. Then it also makes person quite authoritative, assertive, bold, and controlling and dominating in nature, and it provides a lot of leadership skills. You need to see Sun and Jupiter both for this, how the leadership skills are going to be in the person. But yes, Mars in the first house has capability to bring leadership skill, and if person is, let's suppose, businessman, so it provides entrepreneurial mindset as well. Then Mars is a fiery planet, so it is a controller of anger and aggression. But if Mars is well placed in the first house, it does not give negative anger. Person will have short temper, that can be seen. Person can have some kind of aggression in them, that will be there. But I'm talking about more on the positive front, where it's like you are not letting your anger out on some people who are below you or who are weak in terms of you, but rather than you uplift other people, and your aggression is for the outlet of the aggression is positive in nature. So it's like never giving up. If somebody challenges me, I'm going to show them that I can do that. That is positive aggression. And negative anger is like you are bitter, more resentful, always angry, always irritated and jealous. And that is not given by Mars if it is well placed in the first house. And although Mars in the ascendant, it makes persons somewhat egoistic, self-centered and arrogant, particularly if the more they achieve materialistically, the more material accomplishments are there, the more they rise in professional life, and the more their status, reputation builds up, it brings that arrogance in their behavior. It can be reflected on a subtle or a direct scale, but that can be seen in this placement. So ego, self-centered behavior and arrogance can be reflected. Then at the same time, Mars is in the ascendant. If ascendant lord is well placed, then it gives good health, vitality, energy, stamina, and a fine body. No? Because Mars is a planet of athleticism and energy and muscles and bones and immune system. So it gives that energy, stamina, vitality to do things, and the things which I mentioned, like it makes person dedicated, gives good willpower, person does not give up no matter what. It can only be seen if you have a good body as well, you are willing to fight. So good health, stamina, energy can also be seen. It's good for material progress, depending on other combinations, of course, not always, but yes, if Mars is well placed in the first house, it's like, as I mentioned, it gives you ambition, it gives you a sense of ego, that a sense of dignity, that I have to be something on my own, no matter what your background is, no matter if you are coming from a really good wealthy background or a well-off background. Still Mars in the ascendant gives a sense in a person that they tend to make themselves on their own, and they want to be recognized through their own qualities and talents and skills. So it's a good situation for bringing material progress in life, like career or finances. You need to see other yogas for that as well, and particularly for the certain fields, if yogas are present for that, it's considered supportive for management and administration, sports, defense, military, police. It's very favorable for being in engineering, entrepreneurship. As I mentioned, people can be self-employed or a businessman or entrepreneur with this placement. And it is also supportive for being in law and real estate or infrastructure industry. It's also supportive for being in government. So depending on the yogas, other planetary alignments, Mars can contribute to any of these fields being in the first house. So these are quite good results of Mars in the ascendant, which can be seen. Generally, you need to see other yogas also, but generally Mars, if it's strong, it will bring these results in life. Next thing we are going to talk about, the second case, is that Mars is weak and afflicted or losing the strength. So if Mars is in enemy sign, debilitation sign, and the Neej Bhanga is not happening, cancellation of debilitation is not there, and the zodiac sign in which it is sitting, means the ascendant lord is badly placed, moon is badly placed, and Mars is making malefic yogas, its 6th, 8th or 12th lord, or it is associated with Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, being combust, being in Mrityu Bhag, any of these situations are happening, then Mars will lose the power. And the more malefic yogas it will make, the more negative results Mars will have. Means the capability to of Mars will be there to give more negative results in life. And you also need to see the placement in of Mars in the Vamsh chart. But yes, Mars in the ascendant, if it is weak and badly placed, then it has capability to bring quite a lot of negative qualities as well as the results in life also. You need to see other yogas, but I'm going to tell the general results which can be expected. So treat it as a source of information. Don't jump to conclusions. You need to look at the entire chart in totality, and then you have to come up with some conclusion later. So if Mars is bad and weak in the ascendant, then it can show that the person can have issues with the willpower. Means if Mars is strong, willpower will be good. If it is weak, then it will create a lot of confusion, lethargy, procrastination, excessive procrastination. Procrastination is very common, but excessive, like you at the last moment also you are not able to do anything. And extremely low willpower, poor self-esteem, poor health, energy is not there, stamina is not there, body suffers, health problems can be seen. Person tends to leave the things in between, and when the things get tough, they demand hard work, they demand efforts from your end, and then you back off. So that is a weak Mars in the ascendant, because Mars is a fighter. If Mars is weak, that fighting capability is lost, that risk-taking capability, that courage is gone. So if Mars is in the ascendant, it creates these kind of results. That person does not complete tasks, leave in between, and tend to shift blame on other people. Particularly if Jupiter is bad, it will be very common. where you tend to shift blame rather than for going for self accountability. You tend to shift blame on other situations or people and find excuses to save yourself. Then it can create, depending on the situation and how moon is placed and ascendant lord is placed, if they are also badly placed, then it can create a lot of anger issues, violence in nature. It can create jealousy, bitterness, resentment, sadism, insecurity. A lot of emotional insecurity can be seen, or low self-esteem can be seen. Then a person compares themselves to other people a lot, because a good Mars never thinks about other people that way. It's like it's competing. It knows that it has to survive in the jungle. It knows that there is survival of the fittest. That is good Mars. But if Mars is weak, then what will happen? It will have a lot of insecurity, and it will have a lot of jealousy, and will not have that capability to compete. So it can bring crab mentality as well, where instead of working on your own self and improving and fighting and winning the competition, you are tending to grab and pull the leg of other people down, so that they should not move upward. So that kind of negative mentality can be seen by Mars. Now you have to see how other planets are, but yes, Mars can bring this nature. Then it can create a lot of vengeance or vengeful or vindictive nature. Or even but it's like people, let's suppose they are hiding it, or they are doing it behind the back. That does not matter, but yes, it brings that vindication and vengeful nature also. It has capability. Then it tends to bring, if moon is damaged, fourth house is damaged, then it shows that person tends to live in the past, and they are not able to move on, and they hold grudges and criticize the people and blame other people for the problems in their lives. So rather than getting all your stuff together and move forward, you tend to live in the past and never come out of it, and hold grudges and vindication towards other people, and harbor negative thoughts. So that can be seen. Then it brings toxicity in behavior, dramatic nature, manipulative nature, toxicity in nature can be seen, and it's a really bad situation for marriage and relationships. Relationships of all kind can be affected, particularly marriage means with your spouse, or your romantic relationships. Definitely they are going to be bad, but at the same time it can impact other relationships also, like a relationship with friends, siblings, mother, parents, father, but mainly mother, siblings, and friends, because Mars is friends, and it from ascendant it aspects the fourth house. So either it can harm the mother, or it can harm the relationship with the mother, or both. Then it looks at the seventh house. So seventh house is your marriage, your partnerships, business partnerships, society. So it impacts that also, and it can impact the eighth house. Eighth house is in-laws. The relationship with in-laws can also be really bad. So if Mars is negative, it can bring that all kind of negative results in marriage. It can lead to all kind of problems, a delay in marriage, no trust or commitment or loyalty problems, cheating is going on, you don't trust each other, excessive possessive issues are there, and a toxic unhealthy relationship or marriage can be seen depending on the chart. So don't jump to conclusions. Again, I am saying this because you need to treat it as a source of information. You need to see other planets how they are. You need to see what kind of yogas Mars is making. Any planet can be good and bad for something different as well. So let's suppose some planet is making good yogas for career, but at the same time it's bad for your marriage. So you have to look that way. So just think it as a general scenario where Mars is capability to bring all kind of results. The more it will be damaged, the more negative results can be seen. Then it can also show a loss of properties or assets. Either the person is not able to build assets or properties or houses or lands or inheritance, or they lose them. Once they have that, they lose it. Then it can show a lot of fighting nature, a lot of enemies, who win over you. You don't win over them. If ascendant lord is gone, sun is gone, fights and enemies will be there where you don't win easily. Then it can show court problems, legal matters, depending upon the placement of other planets. It can bring the more negative situation it will be. If 8th house is bad, ascendant lord is bad, moon is gone, Mercury is gone, then it can show excessive denial, drama, suicidal behavior, sexual perversions, excessive high lust. Lust is generally high. If Mars is in the ascendant, it will always be high, on a higher side, but it becomes a perversive and negative exhibition of lust can be seen if Mars is afflicted. Then it can show criminal or illegal indulgence in criminal or illegal activities. Again, you need to look at the chart in totality. Don't jump to conclusions. So don't take it like that Mars is debilitated in ascendant, so it's going to be totally bad. Not like that. You have to see, does it have support from other planets, other yugas, what kind of chart is. Then you come to final conclusion. Okay, so these are certain results. I have told you both good and bad both. So if Mars is in the ascendant, it has tremendous capacity to give a lot of really powerful results, strong, suitable, favorable results in life and qualities. It brings those innate qualities in the person which help them to succeed in life. And if Mars is afflicted, then also I have mentioned all kind of possibilities which can be seen if Mars is bad in the ascendant, but you need to see the chart entirely. So that is all from my side today regarding Mars in first house. I have discussed both the cases. Hope you would have got clarity regarding Mars in the first, how it behaves. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more. Check on my website and Facebook page and Instagram. You can visit them. The links are shown in the description. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.